Most people think that walking more after turning 70 is the ultimate key to staying healthy. Just keep those steps coming and you're golden, right? But what if I told you that this seemingly harmless belief could actually be speeding up some of the very aging processes you're trying to slow down? That's right. While walking is absolutely beneficial for your heart and your mood, doctors are now cautioning older adults not to rely on walking as the only form of physical activity. Why? Because walking alone doesn't offer everything your aging body needs. In fact, overdependence on walking may leave your joints more vulnerable, gradually weaken key muscles, and even increase your chances of falling or suffering from joint-related injuries. Think of it this way: walking is like watering a plant. It's essential, of course, but imagine watering that plant every day without providing enough sunlight, nutrients, or care for its roots. It'll survive for a while, maybe even look okay on the surface, but eventually it begins to wilt. Your body after 70 is much like that plant. It doesn't just need movement, it needs a diverse range of movements that build strength, restore balance, improve flexibility, support posture, and protect your joints. Repetition alone isn't enough. And walking, although a wonderful habit, is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. In this special episode of Dr. Alicia's MedTalk, we'll explore 5 doctor-approved movement alternatives to walking that can help you stay stronger, pain-free, and more independent as you age. And believe me, the 5th one may surprise you. It just might be the single most important change you make in how well you age moving forward. But before we dive in, if you're over 60 and eager to learn practical doctor-reviewed strategies to protect your body and boost your well-being, please take a moment to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This community was built with your health in mind, and every video is designed from years of clinical insight to meet your specific needs. And while you're here, if you're following along, go ahead and type yes in the comments. It lets me know you're present, engaged, and ready to grow together. Let's begin. The first and arguably most foundational shift you need is strength training. While walking moves your body, it doesn't really build your body. And after 70, one of the most silent and dangerous changes happening under the surface is sarcopenia, muscle loss. It can start as early as your 40s, and without intervention, it accelerates dramatically by your 70s. Take Helen for example. She's 72 and used to walk faithfully every morning 5,000 steps in the park without fail. She thought she was doing everything right, until one morning she bent to pick up a grocery bag, stepped onto her porch, and her knee gave out. No broken bones, thankfully, but that fall was a wake-up call. Her doctor explained that while walking kept her mobile, it didn't engage deeper muscles like the glutes, hamstrings, biceps, or the core the way resistance training does. Her body had slowly lost tone, strength, and balance. But here's the good news: it didn't take much to turn it around. Helen started with tiny changes: wall push-ups, chair squats while brushing her teeth, lifting soup cans as dumbbells. Within 6 weeks, her balance improved, her confidence returned, and she even found herself opening tight jars against something she hadn't been able to do for years. Strength training isn't about building huge muscles or lifting heavy weights, it's about preserving your independence. Want to know if you need strength work? Try this: sit in a firm chair and attempt to stand up without using your hands. If it's tough, your muscles are calling for help. Just 10 minutes, 3 times a week, using nothing but your body weight or simple tools like resistance bands, can reverse years of decline. If that resonates, type strength first in the comments so we know you're ready to take action. Next up is balance and stability, 2 vital aspects of aging that are often overlooked. Most seniors think balance is something that will stay with them forever. After all, you've been walking your whole life, right? But the truth is, balance is a skill, and like all skills, it fades without practice. And what's the number? One reason adults over 70 end up in the emergency room. It's not heart disease, it's not poor diet, it's falls. Meet David, age 75, a retired bus driver who used to stride confidently around his block every afternoon. One day, he stepped off a curb and nearly fell. That moment shook him. His doctor didn't recommend more walking. She gave him 3 simple exercises: standing on one foot, heel-to-toe walking, also called tandem walking, and sideways steps with eyes closed. After 3 weeks of daily practice, David noticed he no longer reached for furniture as he walked through his house. Balance is connected to your inner ear, the vestibular system, ankle strength, and something called proprioception, your body's ability to sense its own position in space. Walking doesn't train any of these systems. But simple exercises do. Here's a quick test: stand near a counter, lift one foot, and try to balance for 10 seconds. Then close your eyes and repeat. If you're wobbling or losing stability, it's time to strengthen that balance. And remember, you don't need fancy equipment, just dedication. If this section resonates, comment balance matters and keep going. The third area we must address is flexibility and mobility. Walking does keep your legs moving forward and backward, but it doesn't do much to stretch your spine, rotate your torso, or loosen up your neck and shoulders. And let's be honest, after 70, many of us chalk up stiffness to just getting old, when in reality, it's often a result of lack of variety in movement. Take Marlene, 78. She adored gardening, but one day realized she couldn't comfortably look over her shoulder while backing her car. She wasn't in pain, it just felt tight and restricted. Her joints were stiffening from underuse. Her physical therapist didn't reach for painkillers. She gave her mobility drills, gentle head turns, arm circles, spinal twists while sitting in a chair, toe touches, and shoulder rolls. After a month, not only did Marlene regain her range of motion, but she was also back to tending her beloved flower beds. Walking is linear, but life isn't. We bend, twist, reach, crouch, and rotate every day. Without flexibility and mobility, these basic tasks become hard or even dangerous. Try this test. Stand and slowly rotate your head from side to side. Feel any pulling or tightness. That's your body begging for mobility. You don't need to move like a dancer, but you should be able to turn, bend, and stretch comfortably. If you agree, type stretch to live in the comments and let's keep moving. Fourth is something that gets far too little attention: core strength and posture. Walking doesn't significantly engage your core muscles, and yet, your deep abdominal muscles, lower back, diaphragm, and pelvic stabilizers, essential to everything you do. A weak core can cause your entire posture to collapse. Think of Leonard, 76, a retired engineer. He always stood tall in his younger years. But over time, his shoulders rounded forward, his lower back started to ache after short walks, and he leaned forward without realizing it. His daughter noticed and encouraged him to get assessed. The result: postural atrophy. Years of not activating his core had weakened his alignment. The solution wasn't complicated daily posture resets, standing against a wall with his heels, hips, shoulders, and head touching for 2 minutes, seated pelvic tilts while watching TV, diaphragmatic breathing with core bracing. Within a month, his back pain reduced by over 50%, and his breathing improved too. Why? Because posture impacts everything from organ function to spinal health. Want to test your own posture? Stand with your back against a wall. Can your head, shoulders, and hips touch simultaneously without strain? If not, your alignment might be off. Core and posture training isn't about looks, it's about pain prevention and maintaining upright, graceful movement. If this hit home, type posture power, and we'll finish with one last, critical area. Number 5. Joint-friendly movement. Walking is often labeled as the best low-impact exercise, but that's not always true, especially if you're doing it repeatedly on hard pavement, without muscular support. Malcolm, 79, was an avid walker and hiker. But after years of daily 3-mile walks, his knees began to ache, and his ankles stiffened. He blamed aging until an orthopedic exam revealed cartilage thinning from overuse. His doctor explained something powerful: walking without supporting muscles is like driving a car with misaligned wheels. The wear and tear builds quietly. Malcolm made some changes. He replaced 2 weekly walks with aquatic exercise, added recumbent bike sessions on Sundays, and did gentle chair yoga in the mornings. Within weeks, his joint swelling decreased, and he returned to walking without pain. If you feel joint pain after walks, your body isn't just getting old, it's telling you it needs variety. Try adding water aerobics, tai chi, or light resistance training using bands while seated. Even gentle cycling is better than pounding the same route daily. Want to assess your joints? Sit in a chair, then stand without using your arms. If your knees or hips protest, they're likely absorbing too much impact. Type "protect my joints" in the comments if this struck a chord. Now let's wrap up. It's time we stop seeing walking as the end-all be-all solution for healthy aging. It's helpful, yes. But it doesn't challenge the muscles that prevent frailty. Doesn't train balance to avoid falls. Doesn't stretch your spine or loosen tight joints. Doesn't build core strength, and certainly doesn't spare your knees and hips from stress. After 70, you need a full-spectrum strategy: resistance to fight muscle loss, balance work to prevent falls, stretching to stay flexible, posture and core training to avoid chronic pain, and joint-friendly variety to move without wear. It's never too late. Just look at Helen, David, Marlene, Leonard, and Malcolm. They didn't overhaul their lives overnight. They made small, intentional changes and regained the ability to live fully. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day can reverse years of decline. So let me ask you, which area will you focus on first? Type it in the comments. I'm starting with your answer here. Your comment could inspire someone else to start their journey. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share it with someone you care about over 60. Here at Dr. Alicia's MedTalk, we're building a vibrant, empowered community of older adults who want to age with strength, dignity, and joy. Until next time, stay strong, stay curious, and above all keep moving smart.